Hello, class. I am Professor Celina Rekov, and the class today will be magnesium existence, reactivity, and application. So have here some objectives for this class. Okay. So magnesium is the eighth most abundant element in nature and was first identified by Joseph Black in 1755. In the large amount of largest of magnesium is found in the form of dolomite and magnesite, and is mainly found in seawater. There are mainly two extraction methods: electrolysis and PGO process. In the PGO process, just to show here very fast that you have a calcination of dolomite that are going to decompose to a calcined dolomite and releasing CO2. In the second step, you have reduction of magnesium to then isolate here the magnesium, sorry, the pure magnesium here. Okay. So element is in the third periodic table, group 2. So this, and it has 12 electrons. Atomic number, it's 12. That means the 12 protons. And because it's the element, it has also 12 electrons. So the electron configuration will be to neon. The noble gas configuration will be neon and 3s2. Neon has 10 electrons. It's a here periodic table, right? Neon. So 10, 11, and then 12 electrons right here. So this position here is in the block S element. So the period 3, so 3, block S, 3s, group 2, so 3s2. That gives us valence electrons 2. So let's use, talking about magnesium bonding, let's use as example magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride, it's a ionic compound. Magnesium is what? Is a metal or non-metal? Yes, magnesium is a metal. And chlorine, non-metal. So in ionic bonding, you have here, this example, a metal and a non-metal. And which one will be losing electrons? Magnesium, yes. And the chlorine will be gaining electrons, right? That means magnesium will be the cation and the chlorine anion, right? Magnesium will be losing 2 electrons, right? And chlorine, each chlorine will be gaining 1, right? So yes, will be -1. So the net ionic charge for the magnesium chloride is 0. You can check it here, +2 -2, 0, yes. Okay. So magnesium, because magnesium, due to magnesium lightweight, high specific strength, magnesium metal has been used for, magnesium metal has been used in automobiles, in aerospace, component parts manufacturing. And as I use example here, magnesium oxide as an example of magnesium in the form of compound. Magnesium oxide has many uses, as for example, absorbent, photocatalytic, antibacterial, human dieterial, and human dieterial intake. So the recommended magnesium intake dosage we have in adult males is recommended to take 420 milligrams per day, not to take, to consume 420 milligrams of magnesium. In adult females, 320 milligrams of magnesium per daily. So, and you can find magnesium in different sources, different sources like nuts, seeds, different seeds, green vegetables, fish, meat, milks, like derivatives of milk. And it's very important that, like, talking about in the human body, magnesium is the second cation most important in the human body. And there are like different functions in the human body. For example, magnesium is important. The magnesium ion is important for supporting muscle and nerve function. For example, it's like some people that they are deficient in magnesium can also have a lot of cramps. It sometimes can happen. And talking about analytical methods, we have here this paper from Nerd in 2018 that he did in magnesium analysis in broccoli and cauliflower by atomic absorption spectroscopy. And for the sample preparation to the calibration to the analysis, they had different steps. For example, here, crushing 10-gram samples, and then oven for 5 hours, and then edge in 3 hours, and then sample dilutions, and then analyzing the atomic absorption spectroscopy. So, but before to do the analysis, you need to do the to do equipment calibration. What's the equipment calibration? You say to the equipment, like for example here, this range here, sorry, was from 0.1 micrograms per liter to 2.5 micrograms per liter. This is the range of the calibration curve. So you're gonna tell the equipment, so when you be reading 0.1, you're gonna read it give it this sign, So this is what you need to do the equipment calibration before you do the analysis. And the results for this sample, for this analysis, for broccolis was 80.093 milligrams of magnesium per 100 of broccoli in fresh samples. And in boiled samples was found that for each 100 grams of broccoli was found 5.912 milligrams. And in the cauliflower was 5.004 milligrams in each 100 grams of cauliflower in fresh cauliflower, and then in boiled samples reduced to 3.819, right? It's expected, right, to have a reduction of a decrease of the magnesium and different when you boil vegetables. Okay, so in another articles here, the article of Kirkland et al. 2018, they had a summary of different studies involving magnesium role and related to neurological diseases. And mainly, like people that had migraine, it was mainly show low levels of migraine. Had present low magnesium levels, and was suggest that magnesium supplement may be beneficial. And some people with the seizures levels were finding in more severe cases of epilepsy than mild, moderate cases. The low levels of magnesium were finding in more severe cases of epilepsy than mild and moderate cases. But in both of these symptoms, like they don't want to affirm that was just magnesium. So more studies are still needed. Okay. And these are the references used for this class today. And thank for watching. Oh. Okay, any question? No question? Okay.